you're a Canadian who's brand new to record collecting, if you're visiting Canada and looking to go shopping, or maybe you're just curious how Canadians get their records, this is the guide for you. Even if you live somewhere that you don't think there are any record stores, I'm going to give you some recommendations for where in Canada to buy your records. First and foremost, I would recommend to check out independent record stores. There's three types that you'll mainly find. There's ones that sell new records. They buy records from labels and from artists, and they sell them to you still sealed. There's ones that sell only used records, meaning that people sell their collections. They buy, they trade, they sell. You get stuff that's been pre-loved. The other option is a combination of the two, and this is what you're most often going to find. Most record stores will sell a variety of genres, but oftentimes you find ones that are very specialized in a particular genre. Perhaps they sell only metal records, jazz records, classical records, pop records. These places are great to go and dig through, find stuff. You learn so much about music and about records just going to these stores and digging through bins and buying records that way. The staff are usually very knowledgeable. They can help you out. They can recommend things for you. They've heard everything. There's no way you can even ask them a dumb question. They've heard it all. Talk to them, learn about records, learn what they like. They'll maybe help you out along your journey. Oftentimes as well, if they sell new records, if there's something you're looking for that you can't find, you can talk to them about it. They have relationships with distributors. They can probably get it for you at a better price than if you tried to buy it online. There are hundreds of stores across the country. I would recommend visiting the Record Store Day website or just doing a quick Google Map search for record stores in your area, and you should be able to find some great stores where you can go shopping. Canada has a chain store called Sunrise Records. This was formerly known as HMV. There are about 85 locations across Canada, usually in malls and strip malls. They have a pretty decent selection of brand new records. They do accept used in trade, but I haven't really ever seen any for sale there. They also sell CDs, DVDs, gifts, merchandise, t-shirts. These are really convenient places to go if you're just looking to flip through bins. I used to work just a few blocks from one, so I'd often go there on Fridays, just see what was new, what was coming out, pick up a few records on sale here and there, but a really nice, easy way when you're already out shopping to go and check out records. London Drugs is a chain in Western Canada. In addition to just drugs, they also sell records. They even have some stereo equipment. They sell clipped speakers, they sell project turntables, as well as some other home audio stuff and dry goods, photography, kind of have a little bit of everything, but if you're looking for records, they do have a decent selection. They also often have kind of some sporadic sales. Prices are pretty good. In addition to fairly common, rock and pop records, they do have some kind of quirkier and goofier stuff. I found some, Blue Note Tone Poets here as well. But somewhere that does have a decent vinyl selection. Chapters and Indigo. These are bookstore locations, but quite a few of the locations actually sell vinyl as well. I can't confirm that all are the ones that are in your area will have them, but I've been to quite a few of the bigger ones that do have vinyl. They have mostly kind of some standard stuff that's really popular, pop rock, classic rock, but prices are okay. In addition to things like board games, graphic novels, household items, they do sell records. I know that McNally Robinson sells records as well. Winners and Marshall. So they don't actually have a vinyl section, and I wouldn't recommend going there specifically to buy vinyl, but I'm shocked at how many records I've actually bought there over the years. There's sections that they sell kind of some random electronics, cell phone accessories, that kind of thing. You often will find a few records there, and the prices aren't always great, but I have found some kind of cool, out of print, hard to find stuff quite cheap there. So if you're already out and about shopping for, socks or bookends, whatever it is, take a peek, see if you can find anything you'd like. If you're in a bigger city, you can check out Urban Outfitters. In addition to funky, trendy clothing and household items, they do have quite a few exclusive pressings of records. I will warn you though that the prices in Canada at Urban Outfitters are quite a bit more expensive than the US. One of the biggest differences about buying records in Canada versus the United States is the prevalence of big box retailers. For example, in the States, you often see that artists will put out exclusive records at Walmart or Target. Well, Target doesn't exist in Canada, and Walmart really isn't a vinyl player the way they are in the States. Most Walmarts I've been to don't sell any records at all, and if they do, it's kind of these very weird gray market compilation items. I wouldn't recommend trying to go get records there. With that being said, some stores like The Source, Walmart, and Best Buy do sell records through their online channels, but usually these are through third parties, so don't get mistaken thinking that you can go to these stores and get records. Oftentimes, they won't have them in any of their stores. Next are thrift stores, Value Village, Salvation Army, Goodwill. Nothing beats the feeling of getting a great record for like $1. Problem is, everyone else is searching for this. Every record collector knows to go to secondhand stores, and they're often picked over, and it can require going once a week or several times a week to even get anything worthwhile. I have found that the more I've gone into records, that I've been able to find better stuff as I've learned about more artists and more genres, and I've tended to pick up more stuff in the last couple of years than earlier on when I was just building my collection. One thing that does kind of suck about these stores is that if the people who are sorting through it see anything that they think is good, which oftentimes is an Elvis or a Beatles record that might only be worth a few bucks, they'll put it in their showcase for $20 or $30. If you're into other vintage stuff, clothing, coffee cups, toys, games, whatever it is, go to your thrift stores, check out, go dig through their bins. You actually might find some really interesting, really quirky stuff. If you have none of these stores in your area, but you still want to go crate dig, you want to go look through records, find stuff, there are quite a few different types of stores that I have seen records at. And one of my old jobs, I used to drive to tons and tons of small towns, and you wouldn't believe the random places I've seen records. Some of these have included vintage stores, antique stores, musical instrument stores, bookstores, pawn shops. Everyone's getting the record game nowadays, so don't be surprised you find them in some kind of out there places. One thing that makes Canada a lot different than the States or anywhere else is how you buy online. So one of the biggest challenges with buying records in Canada is that shipping costs are super expensive. Also, the dollar is not very strong against a lot of the places where the cool labels or the cool stores are, making it very expensive to buy records online. An artist I like releases a cool new record or an anniversary edition, and I go on their website. It's $25 US. After exchange and shipping, it is now 70 Canadian dollars for one record. Unless you're planning to buy in bulk from one of these stores, it's not worth it. But there are a bunch of places online to buy in Canada, especially if you're somewhere that does not have many retailers to go and check out and buy in person. Say what you want about Amazon, it's really cool that you can press 2 buttons and then a couple days later a record arrives at your door. The one thing I will say about Amazon in Canada is that it is not by default the cheapest place to buy online. Oftentimes I'll be in a record store, I'll find a record for say 30 bucks, and I go on Amazon and it's $45. Oftentimes their prices are comparable or only 5 or 10% more or less than buying in person. So I usually just go in person and buy it at a brick and mortar store where I can support the local independent retailer. However, if you are patient, Amazon has some really good deals. I often find that Amazon will adjust the price based on how many people are searching for a record, how many people are buying it. Some records that should cost $25 are suddenly $50. There's a lot of websites where you can watch prices on Amazon, and if you're patient and you search regularly for these records you want, you can get some really good deals. It is worth monitoring records that you are looking for that are available on Amazon, because oftentimes they will get blown out. Discogs is a worldwide buying and selling platform for records. Like I said, it can be very expensive to buy from other countries, but one of the cool things about Discogs is that you can filter by country and find people in Canada who are selling. Dealers in a lot of stores sell on Discogs, and you can buy from them in Canadian dollars and with the reduced shipping rate. Of course, you still can buy from other countries on that app. Particularly during the pandemic, tons and tons of local record stores have gone in the online space. Sometimes they'll put used inventory or they'll put new stuff on their websites, allowing you to buy it even if you aren't comfortable going into their stores and you still want to support them. This also means that you now have access to record stores that are all over the country that might have stuff that isn't available in your area. Oftentimes you will find online retailers that offer bulk discounts, so if you're willing to spend $100 or $200, they will give you free shipping, making it a lot more affordable to buy online. Funky Moose Records sells new and used records and offers free shipping if you buy more than $99 worth. MusicVaultz also offers bulk shipping discounts and has some really cool exclusive stuff. Lanois Records has very fair prices and also also offers bulk shipping. And Record Center out of Ottawa offers audiophile pressings, Japanese records, and used stuff. Other options include Facebook Marketplace, buy and sell and swap sites. People cleaning out their garage may find a box of records and try to dump it on here. Also, a lot of collectors will try to sell individual records here without having to, sell them to a store so that they can make a little more money on their own. There are also a number of Facebook groups. There's the Canadian Record Collectors. A lot of cities and provinces also have their own record appreciation groups, and people buy and sell on these all the time. These are also great resources for discovering new music, and they oftentimes will post about sales and deals that are available at different stores or different online retailers. Those are the places in Canada to buy records. I'm sure there's some that I missed, and I'd love for you to let me know down below. I always love discovering new places to look for vinyl. As well, what are some of your favorite places? I want to know if I've checked them out, and I want to know where I should go in the future. Thanks for watching.